Baz and I started writing together probably from the day we met, but I can't remember the day we met because we were 5 and it was sort of in the dim, dark past.
You know, one of the things about Craig and I when we write is that because we're actors, I mean, there'll be endless footage of us, you know, fooling around acting, but actually, when we are privately alone, we write the drafts, we act it very seriously to each other. Not so much that our performances are that great, believe you me, they're not, but what we are doing is checking rhythm.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be you baptized, because for I never will be Romeo.
You know, it was always Baz's original idea that there would be modern music in this period piece, and that was what he came to me with in first instance, you know, based on the Orpheum myth set in and around the Moulin Rouge, somewhere around the turn of the century.
This story is about love.
For Christian, we decided he was a poet. And if he's the Orpheum character, he has to be the world's greatest poet. So beautiful that when he says his words, you know, the trees and the rocks follow him. So we were faced with this daunting prospect of, well, you know, how do you write that? How do you represent that? So we came up with this device, and that when Christian speaks his poetry, it's it's lyrics from really well-known, great songs of the 20th century.
We should be lovers. We can't do that. We should be lovers, and that's a fact.
Really, to decide something is great is a collective decision that people usually make a long time after the fact. I mean, a lot of people don't like Cubism, but when they see a painting by Picasso, they will go, well, that's by Picasso, he was a great painter.
What do you mean by that?
You know, just accept that when he says, all you need is love, it's the most incredible, amazing modern thing that these bohemians have ever heard. And they go, oh my God, that's so modern, it's genius.
Because I think Craig and I, as actors, we evolved this very natural gameplay. We sit there very meticulously at the famed charts and we'd write down, improvise, discuss the scenes, write down each singular action point and little dialogue possibilities.
Have you been talking to that ridiculous brother of mine again? Flashback. An intense, corpulent, 50ish gentleman, Uncle Lolo, presses his face close to Christian. Lolo's huge, wet, pink, fleshy, mustachioed lips excrete a single word coated in a thick layer of disgust.
Montmartre.
Montmartre.
Is Montmartre so bad? The boy inquires, trying not to sound too interested.
With salamander eyes, Lolo leans in to taste of Christian's undivided attention.
In the whole of the 1001 Night.
In the most shameful rituals of the Tantras.
In the Japanese brothel pictures.
In the vilest perversions of the Oriental mind, you couldn't find anything more nauseating
As what goes on there quite openly every day in this little village of sin.
that sits atop a hill just outside the walls of Paris.
We then criticise the scenes, we'd improvise, act out the scenes more, quite seriously. Then I would give him my scene, he would give me his scene, I'd go away and redraft his scene, he mine.
But our friendship's always been about telling stories, you know, like making each other laugh, you know, who can be the most outrageous, the stupidest.
Because it's born of actually two friends playing, who have played since childhood, so to speak. And we now play for a living, and we play on paper. And it goes on paper and it becomes story.